Hey beautiful souls, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing really well. In today's readings we're asking about numbers. Are there any numbers that are showing up for you consistently? And if so, what does it mean? What is the universal spirit trying to tell you? And also, I guess we're also checking in on any numbers that maybe Spirit is wanting you to be aware of. Maybe they are trying to show you numbers with very specific purpose, but you may not be fully aware that these are being shown to you. So Spirit is wanting to draw your attention to these numbers. So that is the kind of theme of our reading. We're checking in on numbers and most importantly asking what they mean. What is the message that's coming through with the numbers for you? So we're going to draw 3 cards together as always. I'm actually seeing this one and the one on the top too. So this is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. And we are going to draw a rune as well and a charm in a moment too. So pile 1, you have, and this is very important, the number, you have 48, the well, water above, wind below. Hope you can see that. Hope that's clear. So this is the card of 48, the well. Then we have the card of 58, joy. And this is lake above, lake below. And then lastly, for pile 3, we have number 1, creative power. This is sky above, sky below. Okay. So those are our 3 cards. And if you already know which of these cards is speaking to you, it could be more than one. That can happen in a reading. Just, ping straight through to the reading. The timestamps, as always, along with the cards and lots of information about stuff that I do, free stuff that I put into the world. It's all there, all the links to things. So in the description box and in a comment. So let us look at runes. All 3 coming out in one go. Okay, so pile 1, you have Hagalaz. This is the rune of disruption, actually. Well, it doesn't always mean, well, we'll talk about it in the reading. So Hagalaz, you then have Tewaz. This is the spiritual warrior. And then you have Jira. This is harvest. So that's pile 3. And your charms. Okay, pile 1, you have a key. Oh wow, look at that, that's gorgeous. So pile 1, you have a key. Pile 2, you have a cat. Can we see this? With its tail right up in the air. I hope you can see that. The camera doesn't always focus too well on the charms. There it is. So that's the little cat. And lastly, we have, for pile 3, we have the tree of life. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Okay, so Super Souls, if you need a little bit more time, I'm going to leave the camera running just for a few minutes longer, or a few moments longer. And if you need even longer, just press the pause button. This is that point of trusting your intuition and going with what feels right for you. And as I mentioned just a moment ago, if it's more than one, it's probably worth checking them out. Beautiful souls, I will see you in the readings in just a moment. Hey pile 1, welcome to your reading. I hope that you are all doing amazingly and thank you for being here. Now, Hagalaz, known as the rune of disruption, it's also kind of aligns with the energy of Uranus, the great awakener. Now, 48, first of all, may be a number that is important to you. Either 4 or 8, you may be seeing 4s, you may be seeing 8s. This may have some relevance. It's a general reading, so you'll need to take whatever comes through in the reading as you know, the bit that resonates with you, because it's maybe that there are messages here that are for others as well. But you know, the energy here, the Great Awakener, there's something that literally is being shown to you. It's kind of taking you deeper, or you're being asked to look at something in greater depth. Hagalaz sometimes indicates that we are getting tired of something, or we're frustrated by something, and we want to break free from something. You know, we could burst away from something. And I feel with the card of the Well that the key really to this is actually to go deeper. The Well sustains. It's a card of sustainability. It's a card of looking deeper, moving into the depths to find the answers, to be shown what you need to see. So even if there is disruption going on around you, you are being asked to get still. And even if you feel like breaking away from something, you're being asked to not break away from it, but to really kind of dive a little bit deeper to see what's going on underneath the surface. Because the key to your solution, if you like, is definitely below the surface. It's not, there's a deeper meaning to something here that needs to be seen. Now, let's draw some more cards. So I'm seeing 3 chakra cards coming out for you. Let's draw some number cards as well. Seeing this one, and that one. Let's see what we have here. So your chakra cards. Okay, how interesting. So you have 2 root chakras, the red chakras. Okay, and then you have also the solar plexus, the sacral chakra rather, as well, which is about service. Okay, so we have discovery, insecurity, right. Now, the situation around you calls you to go deeper, to look more deeply. Curiously enough, I think the roots, there's something going on around you that you could react to. You could almost like throw it out the window and rush away from it because it's not sitting well with you, or you're getting frustrated. Perhaps it's not moving forwards quickly enough, or perhaps it isn't running quite to plan. But however, or indeed perhaps there's disruption going on around you. Whatever this is about, there is a deeper meaning to be discovered here. Now, I think for some of you, there are insecurities that are rooted in the fact that somewhere along the line, I feel like we're going back here. Somewhere along the line, someone wasn't there for you. Either the care that was given to you as a child was not very consistent, or a key caregiver may have passed away, or you may have grown up in a family where the care offered to you was the grown-ups who should have been taking care of you needed to be taken care of themselves. This is the message that's coming through, and it's left you with great insecurities around the reliability of people and around the sustainability. I mean, this is the outcome of it, almost something that's being reenacted in the here and now. And I mean, this happens to us all. This is how, you know, human beings work. The things that happen to us in childhood later affect us as adults. And so these patterns that can be very deep, very unconscious, are being reenacted within us. And I'm seeing that there is something that actually could be genuinely very sustainable. I think it could have, it has a greater purity than you're seeing. It could genuinely be sustainable, but your insecurities, I think, are holding you back from being able to really discover its fullest potential. I mean, what you do with that fullest potential is up to you. You always have choices. But at the moment, your potential choices are being governed by the insecurities within you. rather than you seeing the insecurities, evaluating the situation as it is right now and then making choices accordingly. And the choices go back, the root of the choices or the root of the insecurities go back to the lack of something. Someone passing away, or people not giving the care that you needed, or for their own reasons they were unavailable to you. And there is concern for you about consistency, about commitment in some way, that maybe even a belief that you can't really receive something. Let's have a look. So we have the card 1010, or 2 10s showing up here. So it may be that the universe is showing you ones or zeros. Ones are all about, and number 1 is all about new beginnings, new opportunities, breakthroughs. 10s are about completions, conclusions, and new beginnings. And 0, it's like the card of the Fool. It's like a rebirth opportunity. So this card is saying it's up to you. Moderation, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, self-realization, taking action, unconditional love. Okay, it's time to put those long cherished ideas into action. This is about commitment. You will soon come into contact with the appropriate individuals, circumstances and resources. Eventually you will experience joy as well as brand new opportunities. Trust in the process. You are hesitant. Then we have 5555. How interesting. Now, if we think we've got 2 10s here, 5s is like a midway point. 5s also as a number are about progression. They sometimes suggest that there can be a breakthrough moment where we come to a realization. With a 5 in the minor arcana in the tarot, we come to a realization very often about something, and we can then make choices. Sometimes the realization in a 5 in the tarot can be quite a tough thing to realize, to be aware of, to discover, but my goodness me, it opens it up so you can do something with it. You are not a victim of circumstances, rather you are the beneficiary of it. If that weren't the case, life would be pretty dull. You will set yourself up for success in the long run if you are willing to accept this shift, or to adapt to this shift. Everything is working out for the best. At long last, you are accomplishing what you set out to do. And this could be at a level of soul. Remember, we come into life often with purpose to actually resolve something, either from previous past lives or to resolve something within the genetic lineage of our own families that we were born into. There's work to be done. And so at long last you are accomplishing what you set out to do. I do feel this is at a level of soul. Everything will work out perfectly in the end. So part of not receiving what you needed, and almost like learning to open yourself to unconditional love, to be able to be truly loved, to be able to rely on people and trust that you can be taken care of. I think this has perhaps been a big part of your soul's journey. And look at this, we now get to the 0 card. It's like the Fool. Limitless potential, reset, relaxation, unknown surrender, finish line, success, victory. It serves as a timely reminder that anything can be accomplished. If you can dream it, there is no reason you can't make it a reality. If something is in the possession of another person, it is also available to you. So try to remain calm. What's meant for you won't pass you by. Let go of tension, relax. I feel like this is a card of surrender, really. Limitless potential. A card that's saying, look, surrender to the circumstances here. Dive deep. Rather than being reactive, that energy of Uranus, the great awakener, there is something within your situation that holds a key to your success. You might think the key to your success is, oh, this person isn't showing up for me. I'll move on and I'll find the right person somewhere else. You could be jumping to conclusions here. I feel the key to your success is to dive deeper and actually recognize that there's something in you here that may be blocking you, or something that can be navigated differently or negotiated differently. Let's draw some tarot cards and see what we are shown for you as well. what is showing up in the tarot cards? So coming back to numbers, we're very much talking in numbers today. Excuse me. I think what we're seeing is tens, fives, zeros, you know, ones, zeros, tens, fives. These are very profound numbers. So I think if these numbers show up for you anywhere in your life, please pay attention, because they are possibly showing up within circumstances where you're needing to see something, or you're maybe even needing to press the pause button. There may be something coming through to you to show you, almost like to keep your inner sort of reactivity in check, because there's a lot of emotional reactivity, I think, in Hagalaz here. And we have to be aware of what is causing those reactions, you know, what's at the root of those reactions. Okay, you have, yeah, Ten of Swords and the Queen of Coins. So what we have immediately here is we're literally seeing someone drowning in the water here. Okay, absolutely drowning in the water here. It's as if they've fallen overboard. We can see like a canoe. I think this is someone sitting in a canoe. And this card is actually saying, don't abandon yourself. Don't abandon your dreams. There's something you really want, and you could so easily give up on it through these kind of repetitive patterns. The Queen of Coins is really asking you to take care of yourself. Listen to yourself, because there's a hurt or a wound within you that I think is stopping you from being able to receive. You know, we can develop self-resilience and self-reliance because people don't look after us properly, or what we needed wasn't available for whatever reason. You know, people don't pass away on purpose to abandon us, you know, as children, but it can happen. You know, there's this kind of flavour around your reading. And whatever took place, I think, you know, we develop self-reliance and self-resilience, but that can also come with a limiting belief that says nobody will be reliable. And the moment you catch a teensy glimpse of a lack of reliability, you know, you can run a mile and close back up and I'll do it myself, I can't ask for help, you know, and you know, just nobody's reliable, I'll have to do it, the only person who can do this is me. But do you know, there comes a point when we have to recognize these behavior patterns. It's kind of like they served you very well and they've given you an abundance of amazing life skills that actually have really served you well with the Queen of Coins here. But you know, this abundance of life skills, curiously enough, it passes its sell-by date. The very nature of those life skills suddenly then blocks you from being able to receive the love, the support, the care that you really desire and deserve. It's like something you really want is now held back by the very things that you put in place to protect yourself. And this is really showing through here. Let's see if we're gifted any more insights around this. So your message is very clear, pile one, it really is. Coming apart. Okay, this isn't necessarily about letting go of someone or a circumstance or a situation. This is about letting go of those internal patterns, because they're holding you back. They're stopping you from having what you desire. And yeah, they're stopping you from having your dreams. It really is. There is something that you need to go more deeply into. Curiously enough, my beautiful pile one, I think the depth that you are needing to look at is actually within you. It's not the circumstance itself. So if you were, for example, watching this reading and you're in what is feeling like a situation where someone may not be fully available, or you're holding yourself back in some way, the key is to get still and dive deeply within you. Because this is about letting go of things that stop you from having your dreams. Everything here is about limitless potential and great transformation, but also moderation, patience. I'm seeing you kind of like swinging like a yo-yo, and also reinforcing those beliefs that say, you know, actually, I'll be abandoned, I'll be thrown overboard, I won't be looked after. You know, people aren't there for me. I'm not going to be loved. I'm not going to be cared about. People won't support me. I must look after myself. you know, here, the Queen of Coins. You know, the Queen of Coins she's very satisfied with who she is, and rightly so. She has achieved so much, and she has such an energy of amazingness. She can look after herself, she can work for herself, she can achieve, she can manifest. But it is, and this is a time to look after yourself in a different way. Dive deeply and really understand that you do deserve to receive support and love and help from others as well. Pile 1, this is your reading. Do watch out for these numbers. We also have 21 and we have 46 showing up here. But the key numbers, I think, for you are actually to do with 1s, 0s and 5s, all of which are about new beginnings, new opportunities, transformation, and being able to let go of, we're seeing, something that stops you from manifesting what you really, really like. There's an opportunity around you that will enable you to discover these roots, get in touch with the roots, and then kind of repair them, but repair them in a different way, not in a I can look after myself kind of way, but in a way that says, actually, I deserve to be loved, and I can test the waters and navigate situations differently. Doesn't mean you're going to welcome people into your world who don't look after you, but you can take a different approach rather than it being a bit all or nothing. Pile 1, this is your reading. I said that a moment ago and I've continued, but anyway, this is just how it's feeling. I am sending you the biggest hug ever. This is not an easy pathway to have navigated. So I am sending you all the love in the world, but I do believe this is part of your soul's journey and one of the issues that you've come here to really sort through in order to address things. And every time we address something ourselves, it spirals out into the universe and addresses things in a bigger way for the collective as well. So way to go, big respect to you. Pile 1, loving your reading and loving the energy. I appreciate it's not been so easy, but really honouring you and your journey. As I mentioned right at the start, I put links to everything that I do in the description box and in the comments as well. I have a free prize draw here, all kinds of stuff that I do. If you do scroll down, you'll find my online library, my free online library, the A to Z of emotional health. It is loaded with all kinds of stuff to do with emotions, psychology, because that's the background that I've come from. And so do check out the library, because there could be resources for you that will help you, especially if you did experience a bereavement, or indeed there's also a really good little dynamic thing. There's a chapter called, I think it's about empowering conversations, basically. It's like a little mini course in having conversations that you find difficult and learning to be able to have a voice within those conversations. So that library may be of value to you, beautiful souls. And there's meditations in there to do with emotions and releasing emotions as well. So tons of stuff. Do access it if it is helpful to you. Pile 1. Tons of love, and I will see you again, I hope, for another reading really soon if this is resonating. Thank you also for all of you who like, share and subscribe. It really does help to sustain the channel. Tons of love to you. Hello Pile 2, welcome. I hope you are doing amazingly, and thank you so much for joining me and supporting the channel today. Now, you have lake above, lake below, joy. This is 58. Now that number may be relevant to some of you specifically. With the cat here and the spiritual warrior, I just want to say a new life is unfolding for you. Something is emerging. It is literally about to flow, or it is already flowing into existence. But it does feel big. It's a new life. Literally a new life, a new phase of life, whatever this means. But it feels very powerful. Lake above, lake below. This is the power of water. It kind of feels like this is unstoppable, almost like karmically, this is your time. In some area of your life, this is your time. Something is coming into being, into fruition. This is your time. So we have 3 chakra cards, and let's draw some number cards as well. We see what we are shown. I see 1, 2, and this one as well. Let's look at these first. Abundance. Wow. Okay, we have rejection and we have confusion. How fascinating. Now, this is the solar plexus. This is the solar plexus chakra. And you have 2 crown chakra cards as well. I feel like there's a realization. You're coming to a realization about something. It may be that there is something in your life at the moment that isn't actually feeling like it's quite right for you. And within that situation, you're about to therefore make a choice to have a new life, literally. This is a very determined, very decisive energy, this particular rune. What other numbers are we shown? Oh my goodness me. Look at all the ones you have. You have a 0 as well here. Zeros are, it's a bit like the card of the Fool. There's an opportunity for rebirth. But this is like a run of aces. We have 111, 1111 and 1011. Okay, so 1011, first of all, take action. Hope, new beginnings, fresh start, lifestyle, purpose, spiritual awakening. There is a call to action to move forwards, and the sooner you get going, the sooner you will accomplish what you set out to do. Those with patience will eventually reap the rewards of their perseverance. We then have 1111. Wish come true. Moderation, patience, flowing. Wonderful. We have flow here. Flowing. Self-realization. What did I say? You've reached a point of self-realization. You've reached a point where you are aware of something. Manifestation, gateway, taking action. You're in for a lucky break. It may come as happy news, experience, acquaintance, new opportunities, or an exciting acquaintance. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time. It is not a coincidence, but a gift from fate. Seriously, look out for the number 1 around you. It will be shown to you, literally. If you had 2 doorways in front of you and one was a number 1 and one was a number 2, then number 1 is the one to walk through. This is seriously a new life unfolding. This is what was coming through right at the start. A new life unfolding. It's like with your crown chakra awakened, you've come to a realization. You've reached a point, I think, of maybe you know what you actually want now. You may have discovered what you want through what you don't want. Okay, because sometimes we get these contrasting experiences. But yeah, 111, intuition, moderation, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, self-realization, taking action, unconditional love. Time to implement long-cherished ideas. You're on the right track towards making your dreams and visions a reality. The right people, circumstances and resources are being sent your way. Happiness and new opportunities are at hand. Trust in the process. Wow, pile 2. Wow. If you have any kind of an idea, or there is a doorway open to you, there's a dream that you have wanted to do but you haven't actually ever felt that you should invest in it or you could invest in it, now is the time to absolutely categorically go for it. Don't hold back. Don't let any ideas of rejection confuse your thoughts or cloud your thoughts. I'm really hearing this is a dream come true. Whatever idea you have, you know in yourself what you want. I think you have a real clarity about something you really desire. It feels big. It's going to flow. It's going to happen. Let's draw some tarot cards as well. But wow, I mean, seriously, wow. I could not say wow more often times. I should only say it once, really, but I could say it 1 times. This is like getting a run of aces, hitting the jackpot here. So whatever your idea, whatever your thoughts, I'm seeing this one and also this one here. Yeah, whatever your thoughts, look at this, justice. Get clear. 8 of coins. How interesting. This is about working. You know, the Eight of Coins is about working at something. This is a card that can indicate that point in your life when something that was just a hobby or a dream can become your career pathway. But you've kind of got to pick it up and work with it. And look at the swans flying behind here, all soaring upwards. It's like something that you want to do actually genuinely is the source of a new life for you, a new pathway. You really want to do it. Maybe you haven't felt able to commit until now, but truly trust and follow your dreams. Your reading could not be clearer. Don't let anything cloud your judgment. This is time to really make a clear decision here and take action. You definitely have to take action. This isn't just something that you can sit and continue to dream about. Action on your part is required, pile 2. But it's going to bring you so much joy. So much joy. Okay, let's see what else we are shown here. Field of Dreams. This came out in pile 1. If there is anything holding you back, beautiful souls, from within, at pile 1, and you were drawn to pile 1, it may be well worth your while exploring it if there's something deep within you. I won't say any more. Field of Dreams. Yeah, this is time to birth your dreams. It's time to start investing in some kind of a dream that you have and really trust and believe that it will happen. Yes, absolutely. We have Sad Embrace. This is time to... I'm going to draw more clarifying cards around this, actually. For some of you, but this is a general reading, Origin. It's a big reading, isn't it? So some of the messages will apply to you personally and others will be for someone else. I do think for some of you there is an essence of loss involved here. You're having to let go of something or leave something behind. To be very discerning, very clear cut. You're needing to leave something behind in order to embrace the new life. To have the new life, you need to take action. Look at this card here. Look at the difference between these two people. This man here, his hat is on the ground. He's sitting here, he's worrying excessively. He's dropped a coin through the drain here. There's like a little drain card here. He's dropped a coin through the drain. And he's just worrying and worrying and worrying about it. And yet this little girl has kind of got a magnet, you know, on a string, and she's thinking about how to do this. And we see behind her a house, you know. She's going to be able to fulfill her dreams because she's thinking about it. She's able to work out how to do this. She's prepared to take the steps to make this happen. So for some of you, there is a letting go. Let's draw some more cards around this one. Follow this through. May we have clarity, first of all, around the Sad Embrace. What is this about for my pile 2s? Okay, 9 of Cups and 4 of Cups. Okay. How very interesting, because this is a card ultimately of abundance. Ah, right, okay. What I see here is for some of you, this is feeling quite risky, like losing a coin down a drain. For some of you, it feels like you would be genuinely taking a risk. Okay, let me move those cards over a little bit. Let's make a bit more space. Yeah. It's like there's an opportunity right in front of you, and to invest in it, you've got to sort of let go of something else that brings in your security or has given you security. It's like you've kind of got to invest in something. You've got to be in it to win it, basically. But this isn't just like buying a lottery ticket. This is actually, seriously, this is like actually taking action on something that is to do with a dream that you have long held, something you want to make happen, something you want to pursue, that you are absolutely going to love. It's going to bring you the greatest joy. But it feels like some of you are taking the risk in order to achieve it. This is why we have the 0 here, 1011. The 0 is like the card of the Fool. You're having to take a risk in order to invest in it, which means letting go of some other things that have previously brought you stability. But it's going to pay off. I feel it's going to pay dividends. You know, the risk is minimal in comparison to the energy of this new start. 1 naught and all of these ones. Just one single zero. The risk is minimal in comparison to the way this can happen. So that I do here, you're having to let go of something. It's like letting go of the day job. Although even maybe there is some negotiation around it. Perhaps for some of you, you could negotiate with discernment a different kind of contract, perhaps. Even with the 8 of coins, she doesn't look entirely chuffed to pieces, but she ought to be, because this is a card that indicates liberation, financial liberation. She's going to have to work at it. So what's holding you back? I did say actually when that card came through, if there's anything holding you back, you might want to check out pile 1. So that's kind of coming through again. Okay. I will just draw a few more cards here. I'm curious because it's like everything here is primed for you, pile 2. It really is primed for you to pick this up and run with it, to go for it. Okay. Let's ask for a little bit more, just more guidance perhaps, more general guidance and information. So 6 of Cups. Okay, so there's an element of nostalgia in the 6 of Cups. So we are looking back for some of you. You are looking back at something that when maybe you didn't feel you would receive something. We have the card of the Moon. Okay. Maybe respectfully ask, it's this one here on the top, for information. 3 of Swords. Okay. Okay. What are we seeing here? I think there is a fear that you won't earn enough from this, or that you won't get enough from it. It won't be sustainable. That's what I'm seeing here. I think you've maybe in the past, there has been some element of financial insecurity in your world, and you had to work very, very, very hard to achieve this. If you are watching this reading at a time when you're contemplating some form of business partnership, for example, you may be very fearful that somebody would let you down. Perhaps you have been let down in the past. Literally, you thought you could rely on somebody, but they kind of even almost like stole from you in the background, you know, took more than their fair share. But this is this is like a judgment call, really, with the card of Justice. This is an opportunity right in front of you where I do genuinely think your dreams can come true. So you need to apply the resonance of this to your own circumstances. But truly, honestly, everything in your reading is saying this can work out big time. Whatever it is that's right in front of you at the moment, this cherished dream, it can happen. What you're having to do is let go of an element of safety around you, like a safety net, whether that's a safety cushion of finances, or whether it's a safety cushion of your own sort of like a belief system that stops you from moving forwards, but actually, you know, where you come up with every excuse not to do it, but actually it's actually keeping you in a safe zone, and it's holding you back. It's not letting you have this cherished dream. Everything here is suggesting this can really, really happen for you, big time. Let's just draw a couple more cards to see, may we have an indication of the outcome of this. A magical map shifter. Wonderful, the timing is right. This is like following your own inner compass. It's a dream that's right for you. Here's your second card flying out of the pack for you. Beautiful. Yes, I love this came out in reverse. Protecting treasure. Yes, this is the same thing. I think there is a fear that somehow the magic won't happen. In the past as well, I can see that there has been some kind of hardship or difficulty in the area of your cherished dream, whatever that is for you. And the outcome of that is that you have learned to look after yourself in a very good way. I think if this is finances, I think you've really built yourself an amazingly solid world. And it makes you feel very safe. And this is feeling like a risk, even though you really, really want to do it. And I see it bringing in tons more than you currently have. If this was some other area of your life, if your cherished dream was, for example, a relationship, then I think, you know, maybe someone is around you and it could be absolutely amazing, but it means letting go of... My apologies, my computer's popping something up. I think that's really interesting that that just popped up, like an interruption. I think something has come along and you really can see it as having a possibility. But yeah, I think a part of you is holding back through either insecurity or fears of a lack of stability. And yet it may be that you have more than one set of plates that you're spinning, but the set of plates that really needs to be spun most or needs to be prioritized is this sort of treasured dream, rather than lots of other things as well. Something about prioritizing, choosing where you place your energy. But this is like realigning your compass. This is also telling me that this is not just a cherished dream, but now is the time. Wish come true. Take action. Now is the time to take action and to make this happen. It's like this is divine destiny, really. That's what I'm seeing here with the magical map shifter. This is the course you're meant to take. This is what is coming through, and it will bring you the new life that you desire in no uncertain terms. Pile 2, it really, really will. I feel mega, mega, mega excited for you. I cannot tell you how thrilled I am for you. I do see that hesitation. Pile 1 may be relevant to some of you. Beautiful souls. I will put links, well, I have already mentioned this, I think at the beginning. I will put and have put links to everything in the description box that I do. I have a free online library that may be of benefit to some of you, with all kinds of psychological and emotional stuff, including meditations that help with emotional release. There's a ton of readings here on the channel. They're all timeless. You can tune in with them at any time if you're having a wobble. Look out for number 1 particularly. You might get the odd 0 showing up for you, you know, but largely for you guys, I think the number 1 is going to show. I think the universe will show you signs. The number 1 will continually show up to kind of nudge you in the direction of where you are going. Pile 2, this is absolutely fabulous for you, really, truly, truly. I'm rooting for you big time. Thank you so much, all of you, for liking, sharing and subscribing, and for giving back through the super thanks. This really supports the channel big time, so I'm so grateful. Thank you so, so much. And my lovely Pile 2, yeah, just go for it, really is what I want to say. Tons of love, beautiful souls, and I really look forward to seeing you again for another reading really, really soon. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. Thank you so, so much for joining me today and for supporting the channel. It's wonderful to be reading to you, or for you. Creative power, card number 1. Sky above, sky below. You have the Tree of Life. There's something really big, fortuitous. The energy around you is extraordinary. I mean, this is serious empowerment to make something happen, to bring something into harvest, to bring it into being. I feel like your manifestation energy is profound. With the Tree of Life, we're talking something long term here. We're talking about something that is big. It has longevity. I think we better dive straight into your cards. So we have the number 1 showing up for you already. Very interesting. There are a lot of number 1s that came through in pile 2, and actually Pile 2, interestingly, so did this card come through in Pile 2. So if you were drawn to that, you may want to check it out. Okay, I'm actually going to take all those for you. And let's draw some number cards as well. Interesting that confusion has shown itself first for you. May we get some number cards, please, as well. I'm seeing this and this. There's a third for you. Okay, so we have confusion. We have discovery. We have grief, and we have despondence. How interesting. Okay. This is really interesting, pile 3, because I feel like on the one hand, it's like everything is going for you. Everything is there for you. And yet we have grief, despondence, just confusion. It's like they're opposite kind of energies to everything that we're being shown here. What will our number cards tell us? So 0550, the eye candy, intuition, inspired action, beauty, art, socializing, flow, potential, romance. Oh, yes. Get some fresh air or call some of your pals over. Take a look around you. There is so much natural beauty waiting to be discovered. Either you will soon become involved in an exciting new project or you will go out on a date. Put your charisma to use everywhere. Spread your charm around. Okay, we have 101, starting over. Okay, I see where this is going now. Intelligence, dynamics, making a difference, failures, personal or spiritual development. Happiness is linked to self-expression, growth and experience. Learning from failures is key. Happiness is real, possible and around. Understand its process and the pursuit of it. Joy is fluid. It's in the little things and the big ones. Fails are fun. Start fresh. And then 2112, it's up to you. Someone watching over you, good fortune, unforeseen forces, direction. Even if it seems like you're not making any meaningful progress, things are moving in the right direction. If you see this number, it's a sign that everything will work out in your favor and your dreams will come true soon. Okay, what I'm seeing here is that, This is a general reading, but I am seeing something sort of that brings in an element of romance. Now, it could be a different kind of relationship or circumstance that resonates with the energy here. But, you know, what I'm seeing is that something that looked really good, the eye candy, something that, or someone, maybe somebody offered you something, you thought they were amazing, they seemed to be offering you everything that you wanted, and you have just discovered that they weren't really what they claimed to be. And I'm feeling like this really left you feeling, you know, despondent. In a way, you've had to grieve for the fact that they weren't what they said they'd be, you know, and it's heartbreaking. It lets you down when you realize that somebody has pretended to be something and they weren't. You know, maybe they were claiming to be a really good person, or they were giving you things and you thought, and they were claiming to give you something or to help you out unconditionally, and then you found that there was a motive attached to it. Something has happened where someone isn't what they said they would be. And it's hurt. You know, and it left you, you know, it's left you feeling really, I think, you know, the biggest thing that it's left you with, it's almost, for some of you, this is obviously a general reading, it's left you doubting your own ability to assess people. What we're being shown here is that there's a new beginning around you. You know, the number 5 is really interesting because in the tarot, if we think of the minor arcana, the 5s are all about, in many ways, something is breaking open. We can move it forwards, but the 5s are often a little bit painful. Sometimes it's not an easy number to deal with. But we have 0 and 0 in here too. So we're seeing something breaking open. There's a new beginning, a new opportunity coming to you. But it's coming after something that you've seen. So there's a rebirth opportunity here. The ones are about starting afresh. So we've got the energy of noughties like the Fool. We're in that space of rebirth. The ones are about, and we have 4 ones showing up in your reading here. The ones are all about new beginnings, a different kind of breakthrough. So though there's a breakthrough that comes through the breaking open, the seeing something, the discovering something wasn't as you thought it would be, there's now an opportunity here to move something forwards that will have genuine longevity. You can build something new here. The ace again here, creative power. And the twos, of course, connect to relationships and to choices. So I think this is interesting, you know, unforeseen forces, direction. Even though something didn't work out for you, it was sort of needed, because there's something that is so much better that you can have, that you can create for yourself. I'm going to draw one more number card. I'm seeing this one straight off the bat. 222. What did we were just saying about something new, and this is about choices and relationships. I mean, you know, that's just amazing, isn't it? Alignment, connections, friendships, romantic relationships, family ties, balance, life choices, compromises, commitments, and trust. How do you move forwards towards your life's true calling? Do what makes you happy. Your enthusiasm is what keeps you going. Follow your interest if it is piqued by something. Following these routes will help you discover your life's purpose. I think there is, well, I've already said there's something more for you, bigger, better. But I do feel, even if this is a relationship reading for you and you had a huge disappointment, seeing that person as they were, or if this is a situation, seeing that situation as it is, has been really important, however gutted you are, because actually the right person, the right circumstance is coming to you, and this would be a soulmate connection. 222. This would be a soulmate. This is the perfect alliance. This is the twin flame connection that you would be looking for if this is relationship for you. And if it's not, then we're looking at the perfect pairing, which would not have happened, like your calling, your destiny. It would not have happened if you had remained with this other person or this other situation that sooner or later I think would have disappointed you. Let me get some tarot cards for you. We have the card of justice and the ace of coins. Back to new beginnings. This had to happen. You know, this was like divine justice. It had to happen because there's a new beginning that is really important for you. If you'd stayed as you were, that would not have worked. It would have caused you limitations on your pathway. And you're destined for great things here. Queen of Coins. This is going to move forwards very quickly with the rune. The rune of harvest speaks sometimes of a period of a year, but it's about investment and letting it grow. I think it's going to grow quite quickly because we're jumping from the ace to the queen here. And the queen really, she has an ownership of her ability to manifest. So yeah, I think this will actually move forwards quite quickly for you, but there is a need to invest in the new. Most definitely here. Try not to dwell. It's hard if you're grieving, but try not to dwell on what could have been, but didn't happen. Yeah, Four of Swords. Yeah, try not to tangle yourself in the past. You know, the fours can bring quite a stuck energy sometimes. It's just the nature of the number 4. It's a very stable energy. So sometimes it brings solidness, but you know, this is about remaining stuck, tangled in something here. Let's draw more cards. Yeah, I can see that for some of you, you're still very much in the throes of the despondency and the letdown and the grieving. And this reading is coming to you really clearly to say, this is the meaning, this is why, to say, the perfect pairing, the perfect match, the twin flame, whatever it is for you is coming. And the key here is actually letting go of your hopes and dreams that this other thing was going to work out, because it wouldn't have worked out, or it wouldn't have been the right thing for you. Watch out for these numbers. I'm going to say especially 2s, because the 1s and 2s are really showing you. 2's it seems to be the most important number for you, pile 3, actually. And what do we get? The card 20. flicking over straight away. Look at that. And we also have the card 7. Yeah, but look at this. This is saying, look, go for it. You're going to need to launch into the unknown. For sure, I think because what you've let go of was what you thought, something that you really thought was going to work out. You thought it was going to be amazing. And it didn't. And now you're feeling like you're walking into the new, really feeling quite, I mean, this has been a difficult thing to deal with. But look at how you're flying high. And we have the card 20, so we have that number 2 showing up for you again. And the 0, like the card of the Fool, is a new beginning. Can you see that you're rising above the, this is like a labyrinth below. You're rising above that labyrinth. You don't have to be tangled in this. Very quickly, I think things will emerge for you, actually. I really do see that happening here. May we have any further indications about timing around this? Okay, right. Okay, so something that currently feels quite frozen. And look, we have peaks of joy. Something that it feels quite frozen is going to transform pretty quickly. You are being asked to be a little bit patient, okay? You are being asked to, you know, be a little bit patient. Take care of yourself, again, with the Queen of Coins. Look after your health, your well-being. Look after you. You know, if you need to step into the unknown, you can do it in small steps. Steady little increments. Test the waters and then take care of you. But you're going to reach these peaks of joy very soon. Everything in your primary card, your significator card, is really saying you can do this, you can have this, you can make this possible. Let's draw another card for you. I feel there's room for another one showing up here. Yeah, right, so really good advice here. You know, spring clean. If this is for you, some of you, a relationship reading, if you still have anything of that person in your home, you might want to think about letting it go. If there are things around you that connect you to this person, you might want, yes, spring clean. You might want to sweep out those corners. I remember there's a book, really good book actually. It's called Calling in the One. It's for any of you that are interested in attracting a soulmate. It's a very, very good book. It's written by Catherine Woodward Thomas. Honestly, I think it's a relationship Bible. Really, she's a brilliant psychotherapist. She also really understands the law of attraction in terms of relationships. I'm a big fan of her, and I huge gratitude to her. She wrote a lovely review of one of my books, but she, in that book, she speaks about one of her clients and who just couldn't seem to attract a new soulmate, and she'd had a really difficult divorce. And when they got talking in one of their sessions, she discovered that this lovely lady still had all her divorce papers, and they were literally stored under her bed. So going to sleep at night, the whole energy of that difficult divorce was sitting beneath her. It was like underpinning the very bed that she wanted to welcome somebody into. And it was kind of like, it was just such a brilliant example of keeping stuff, especially keeping it, even if you do have to actually keep something. Where do you keep it? Can you put it somewhere where it's kind of safe and out of the way, and clearly put somewhere where it's not integral to your world, or to the world where you want to bring someone else in? So anyway, I can highly recommend that book. It's really, really good. Calling in the One, it's called. I will note to self, I'll try and remember to put a link to it in the description box for you below. But if this isn't a relationship for you, if it's not a romantic thing, I do think for some of you it is, whatever you've come through and out the other side, or whatever you are still processing, you have every capacity to create this new beginning. Spring clean, let go of the residue of anything, but also take care of yourself, take it steady. Recognize that when you are grieving or you've been let down, there's a process to go through. It takes a while. It has to run its course, but you can actively do things here. Okay? You can actively get still. You can look after you, get some fresh air, call some of your pals over. Either you will soon become involved in an exciting new project, or you will go out on a date. Really clear guidance. So again, hang out with people that you love. and they may well introduce you to someone. I think many relationships actually are often introductions from people that we know, because they know us, they love us, and then they think, oh hey, actually you guys would be great together. Or you can just go out socially with people that you love, doing things that you love, and you're going to meet people who are going to resonate with you. So whatever this is for you, whatever the energy for you, beautiful pile 3, take care of you. Look out for the number 2 predominantly. This is the biggest number that I think the universe and spirit are going to be showing to you, to try and really encourage you to believe in the immense possibility of that perfect fit, that perfect match, that soulmate connection, that twin flame, whatever it is for you. You have every ability to bring this into your world and to manifest it, and for the long haul here as well. So this is a very empowering reading, actually, my lovely pile 3. It really is. Beautiful souls, I am sending you all the love in the world. Thank you for being here, and I'm sorry you've had the disappointment, but I do feel there's some sort of, it almost feels like a divine intervention, because you would have settled for so much less and not actually then been able to fulfill your own pathway, your own calling. It would have limited you, whatever it is, job, friendship, you know, partner, whatever it is. Pile 3, thank you for being here. It's an honor to read for you. If you would like to return and watch other readings, it would be wonderful to see you here at the Moon Magic channel. And thank you also so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, because these things really do help to support the channel and to help me to keep putting free readings into the world. So I'm truly grateful to all of you. I'll put links to anything and everything that I do in the description box, including my free online library, which is full of emotional stuff, psychological stuff, also meditations to help releasing emotions as well. All sorts of stuff is in there. It comes from my background in psychotherapy. So beautiful souls, tons of love. I am rooting for you. Your team are rooting for you. You have every possibility to bring in exactly what you desire, and actually very quickly as well. That is what I'm seeing. I think the transformation can be pretty fast for you. There's a fast moving energy in flying, and with so many 2s showing up, I really do feel like you have a choice here and you can act on it. Pile 3, I'm sending you all the love in the world.